Hey everyone, so today I'm going to be doing my video on my high school experience. So I'm not sure where the approach I'm going to take on this. I'm just kind of listen to that. I'm going to kind of just talk and see where it goes from here, okay? So I am from the class of 09, so I entered high school in about, I guess, 05, 06 year. 05, 06, 06, 07, 07, yeah, 05. I entered high school in the fall of 05. And I immediately knew that I was going to be doing marching band and stuff before I went into high school. Like, I made that decision when I was in middle school that I wanted to do marching band. So about 2 weeks to a week, I think it was 2 weeks. It was 2 weeks before school started. We started band camp. And, which, by the way, band camp is nothing like all these other shows portray or anything. At least my band camp wasn't. My band camp was at school, and it was during the day. It was all day. It started at like 8 o'clock and ended at like 5. So, which that was really, really, really helpful because I was able to get to know seniors, I was able to get to know juniors, I was able to get sophomores, I got to meet new freshmen, I got to, because some of the people that didn't like transfer from my middle school to my high school, like I got new students from other schools that came to my high school, and I got to reunite with like old friends and whatnot. So I was able to like reconnect and connect and make some friends. So I walked into high school knowing seniors and juniors and sophomores, which really gave me an advantage, which really, really, really helped me. And that's definitely going to be one of my things that I'd advise to you later on when I do an advice video about high school, is getting yourself involved, okay? And I was very, very, very involved in high school. Like, it's one thing that I'm very happy that I did. So, like I said, I did band camp, and I got to know people and everything. And, so my first day of 9th grade, okay, I was told, like, oh, the seniors are going to be mean to you, the seniors are going to do this, the seniors are going to do this. Well, personally, seniors were not mean to me. I had someone try to tell me, like, the wrong directions to a class, but I knew it was, like, wrong because I knew the general direction that I was going. I just didn't know, like, exactly where. So when I asked him, he was all like, oh, it's on that side of the campus, and I was kind of like, no, it's not. So I was like, thank you, and I remember I turned around and started walking that way, and then, like, cut through and went a different way and was kind of like, whatever. But anyway, that's not even the point because, whatever, who cares about the kid that showed me the wrong way to go when I knew it wasn't the wrong one. And, another thing is, like, I don't know if they still do this at my high school. I heard it still goes on. The seniors would, like, start a food fight. So I remember the area I was hanging out was where the food fight was going to be. And I remember I was talking to this group of friends and everything, and, like, we were a bunch of, like, little freshmen, and, well, they walked in to go get food in the cafeteria. I didn't eat in the cafeteria, and I'm so sorry my dog is barking, but I didn't eat in the cafeteria. But I was sitting there just kind of, like, waiting and everything, and then all of a sudden someone from band, he walked up to me and he started talking to me. He was like, here, I have a group of friends you can meet. So he walked me over, and I was talking to them, and the food fight started. Exactly where I was standing, I had gotten hit by an egg. So he, like, saved my life that day. So, like I said, being in marching band really helped because if I wouldn't have known him, if I would have never been in band, he would have never done that for me, and I would have gotten hit by an egg. So, anyway, another thing, let's see. Another thing I did in high school was ROTC, and that is a military-based program. So, it's like, you get to learn all, like, our school was Army, so we got to learn all the Army things. We got to do their, like, what they would do during PT, which is physical training. We got to do drill, which is when they march and, you know, things like that. We did drill team, which is like with the guns. We did color guard, which is like when we hold the flags and everything. Now, color guard, there's a color guard in marching band and there's a color guard in the military. Color guard in marching band is completely different. That's when, like, they twirl the flags. I wasn't a twirler or anything. Like, I wasn't in color guard when I was on band. I was in the band. I played flute, and for marching band, I played piccolo. So, anyway, and then, like I said, you did color guard, which is when you hold the American flag, the state flag, and sometimes you'll hold, like, the military branch flag, and then you have 2 guards on the side. And I got to do all positions in that. I even got to command it a couple times, which was really exciting. And then through that, I got to know a lot of people. Like, I got to know a lot of, like, guys through that. And not that I was all about, like, boys in high school or anything. But having guy friends really helped. I loved having guy friends in high school because whether something starts with them, like, whether you start dating them or whatever, they're there for you. And they were, even if it was just kind of like one of those things where it was just a guy to talk to, it was nice to have. And then my final thing that I did in high school was I did theater. And I got involved in theater completely, it wasn't even on my plan. Like, I walked into high school knowing I was going to do band, knowing I was going to do ROTC. I did not even have any intention to get involved in theater. But I made friends with one of these girls in theater and everything, and we got to know each other and everything. And she was like, "Hey, we're looking for this in our theater department. Like, they needed someone to do lights for their theater, or their spotlight for their show coming up." She was like, "My theater teacher is asking anybody that's willing to do it." So I met her and everything, and she gave me the script to the play and was like, "We rehearsed tonight." Like, I literally, got on it, that night, or that day that they started, doing the play, and instantly fell in love with theater. And that's what started my whole love for theater. I'm not majoring in theater or anything, but I do have a passion for theater. So I was involved in that all 4 years. I did mostly tech throughout theater. I didn't do much acting, mainly because I was pretty shy in high school, despite being, very involved in everything. So I didn't do a lot of auditions. I auditioned for a musical, so that was sad that I had to sing. I don't have a pretty singing voice. I don't think I have a pretty singing. I have a decent voice. I don't think I can go out on Broadway anytime soon, but yeah. And I maybe auditioned for one acting part, but I wasn't expecting to get anything, and it was just kind of like, oh, I'll just try it out. I usually did tech. I love tech, and I did costumes a couple times, and I did lighting, and I did sound a couple times. So, and then yeah, that's basically what I did in theater. I was kind of there. It really opened me up out of my box, despite that I was still kind of shy in high school. It really got me, by the time I graduated, I was loud. I was the one that people were telling, "You need to be quiet, you're loud." So, and that was my theater teacher's goal when I was in high school. So yeah. And then for an average day for me, when all three things were going on, I could get to school at 7:30. We started about 8:15. I could get to school at 7:30, okay? Practice ROTC, the color guard. Let's say if I was commanding a color guard. Command the color guard, okay? We'll practice. This is us practicing, okay? Go to school all day, okay? After school, which school ended about 3 o'clock, 3:15, it kind of switched, my first 2 years of high school, it was at 3, and my last 2 years of high school was 3:15. Okay, so the school ended, alright? So after, I would have marching band, okay? And this is marching band. La la la, okay, we would do that until about 5, 6 o'clock, okay? And then at 6:30, okay, literally 30 minutes, okay, I would have to, change or whatever, okay, after marching band, because usually I'd be sweaty. I would go to theater, and I would be in theater until 10:30, and that was what we call our week of production. We would practice till 10:30, but practice wouldn't start till 6:30, so you'd have all that time to get ready and do homework and whatnot, unless you're me, who's involved in everything in school. So that was an average day. So my day would go from 7:30 to 10:30 at school, and then when I would get home, of course, I would do homework. A lot of times, for example, band wouldn't start until 3:30, 4 o'clock. For a while, we would start at 4, and then we had to go back to starting at 3:30. But a lot of times, if I could or if I wanted to, I would try to fit in some homework in between that. And then if I had time in class and I was allowed, I would try to fit in homework in between that. And then I would also try to fit in homework in between that 6 and 6:30 time. And also, since I was on production, crew a lot, not production, since I was on tech crew a lot, I wasn't always needed right then and there. I knew my times I needed to be needed, so I could work on homework while I was sitting in the light booth, while I was doing spotlight or something. So I had time to get my homework and my studies They weren't my number one priority. If I could go back to high school, I definitely would make them my number one priority. But they definitely were like a priority because I wanted to do well. You know, I didn't want to get like D's and F's, but getting straight A's wasn't my like passion. So that's pretty much my high school experience. That really is kind of more or less what I did in high school. So I think I might change this video to what I did in high school, okay? Like things I was involved in. My next video is going to be more or less my experience, okay? So, yeah. I'm going to change this title to what I did in high school. And then, like I said, my next video is going to be my experience, alright? So, because this video is almost 11 minutes long, and I think the time is, if you're not like partner or whatever, is 15, and I'm trying not to make my videos too long. So, I hope this kind of helped you and like let you know what I did in high school and how I got myself involved and whatnot. So, please stick here and stick around, I guess is what I'm trying to say, and pay attention and watch my next videos and tell me if you're really enjoying these or not, and tell me if there's anything you want me to touch base on. And yeah, so you remember, you're watching Beauty is Within 09. If you like my videos, subscribe, comment, rate, and send messages, I guess. Alright, bye.